Hey guys, welcome back to No Catch Name. It's me, Ella. Today's Tuesday. I normally come on here on Tuesdays to show you what I've been crocheting, but today I'm going to talk about my market that I had on Saturday the 6th. I tried to do this Sunday and Monday, and I have 2 young kids, so it didn't happen. But anyways, I'm going to hop right into it. This is going to be a long video, so I'll get you a crochet project or a snack and a drink and sit back and listen. I'm going to talk numbers first for the people who are interested in that, and then everything else after that. Everything that I can think of and know of, I'll put the patterns in the description box, and if I have pictures, I will pop them up. But anyways, let's get on to it. So the market was Saturday afternoon through the evening. It started at 2 p.m. It ended at 9. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go straight into the numbers for the people who's interested in that, and then you know, the rest of all the talking. There's gonna be a lot of talking. I'm just warning you, I talk a lot. But so total numbers. This was my best market ever. Take my best market, one that happened in April, March, around Easter, and times it by about 3, a little over 3. And that's what this one was. It was crazy. Me and Devin both was like internally freaking out. Devin's my husband, by the way, if you don't know. He went with me this time, and he had so much fun, and he was so good at helping me. But so I took with me 189 crochet pieces, and I sold 129 of them. So when I came home, I only had 60 items left. I took 2 huge reusable bags, they're big zipper ones, and a 10-pound box of stuffing full of amigurumis and other things. And I came home with just one of the bags with stuff in it, and it got to the point to where, you know, I always take extra stuff and keep it under the table to pull out, you know, as people make holes when they buy things. About halfway, let's say it started at 2, by 6 everything was on the table, including some Halloween stuff. Because the bags and boxes were empty. Everything was out for sale, so that was crazy. Never experienced that before. But yeah, so numbers, I made $353 on Square. That was 32.9% of my sales. And I made $719 in cash, which was 67% of my sales. So it was a total of $1,072. There's a little difference there. I actually earned more because there was a couple orders I forgot to track. Cash orders, because things were getting so busy at some points. I didn't have a chance to type it in on my Square after they left, you know, because there was so many people. I think I made closer to $1,200. I just, you know, I'd have to go through my inventory and count everything up, and I just don't want to do that. But I made a ridiculous amount of money for me. You know, I think that's a crazy amount of money for, you know, one market. My booth fee was only $50, and my Square fees were $11.54. So after those 2 fees, I made $1,010 profit, but actually a little bit more, like I said, because I forgot to track some. Okay, my eye's gonna look weird the rest of the video because I have an eyelash or something in it, and it's itching really bad. Anyways, so I made $1,000, a little over $1,000, closer to $1,100, $1,200-ish, and that's crazy. By I'm gonna look at my paper. I was doing really good tracking everything because I was thinking of you guys. I was like, I'm gonna tell everybody everything. By 7 o'clock, I had already made $600, so I was already freaking out by 7 o'clock. And then from 7 to 9, things picked up like crazy, and I made a lot of money, all of 7, all of 8 to 9. But yeah, so I'm gonna break it all down now. So if you just wanted to know the totals, there you go. But if you want to know all the details, keep going. Like I said, get you a snack or something and a drink, or an easy crochet project, because I talk a lot and I got a lot to tell y'all. But I'm gonna try to pop up pictures, and everything that I talk about will be linked below, unless I can't remember, because some of these things I made a long time ago. But yeah. So also I took about $170 in cash, I believe, in 5s and 1s for change, and that worked out good. I never ran out of anything. Two people paid with $100 bills, which was crazy to me. One of them was only a $25 purchase, so I thought that was crazy, but she ended up with a lot of change afterwards. So we spent $58, but I'm not taking that out of my profit because this was the first event me and my husband did together. We were treating it like a date. So normally when I do markets, I don't buy food and things when I'm there. I take stuff with me, you know. But because he was coming with me this time, I knew we was gonna buy food and stuff like that. So we planned ahead for that, you know. So we spent $58 on barbecue food, lemonades. He got a snow cone at some point, and we also bought a cute little dress for my daughter from the booth behind us, which was his cousin. She owns a children's boutique, and she was set up there, and she had so many cute dresses. I could have spent a lot of money, but we just picked out one. And yeah, so now I'm going to go into everything. My first sale of the day was a booty frog to a vendor's kid. A lot of my sales were vendor kids, and a lot of them kept coming back. But so before the event even started, it started at 2. So at 1 something, I believe, I sold the booty frog for $8. It's an Instagram pattern. And I sold a little blue turtle to the lady next to us who was a snow cone dealer for $5. That turtle, I can't remember what it was. There for a while I was trying a bunch of turtle patterns to find one I liked, and that was one of them. And then let's see here. Between 2 and 3, I sold 16 items, and one was a small tofu turtle. It's a paid for pattern on Etsy. I bought the pattern on the 4th of July. It was on sale, and I'd been wanting it for a while. It was like $1.87 or something like that on sale. So I bought it on the 4th of July, and on the 5th of July, I made 5 of the little ones made out of Parfait Chunky and Bloom Chanel. And I made one out of blanket yarn, so it was a little bit bigger. And then at the market, I made one more that morning, right after we set up. And so I put them all out. And I sold the small ones for $10, and the bigger one was going to be $12. But I sold this one for $5 to a vendor girl because she wanted that blue turtle that the other lady bought. And I felt bad for her, and she's a kid, so I always do stuff for kids. So I just gave it to her for $5 because her mom only gave her $5 to spend. And that same little girl came in to our booth all day. She kept coming there and looking at everything and talking about them and asking me questions about crochet. It was really cute. Yeah, so it would have been $10, but I just gave it to her for $5. And then another kid came. He came also a couple times. I remember him. He bought one of the small possums, which is an Instagram pattern. A mini orca, which is also an Instagram pattern that I made. I think it's called Baby Dolphin. And then a mini capybara, and it was a pattern I did off of YouTube for $18 for all 3 of those. The mini capybara and the mini orca, anything that says mini before it is $3. I have a special bin that I make little scrappy projects with just for little kids who only have like $5. Then I sold my daisy turtle for $20. I think that pattern, I can't remember if that's Rose and Lily. I don't know. It'll be linked below. I need to make more of those because those are always popular, the flower turtles. This person who bought this one was a cute little couple. The girl who bought the booty frog, they were like 14, 15, 16 around there. It was a boy and a girl, and they were like a little couple, you know, it was cute. And she was looking at that turtle when she was there earlier and got the booty frog, and I guess the boyfriend noticed because he came back through and bought the daisy turtle with a Visa gift card. He asked me if I took stuff like that, and I didn't know if it would work, but it did. So I had to type it in manually, and it worked. And it was just cute. She caught him buying it, and they came by like multiple times. I guess they were vendor kids, and every time she was looking at stuff, it was just cute. And then I sold a mini dino for $3. I think that's an Instagram pattern. A mini chicken for $3. A mini gummy bear for $3. Then I sold a medium elephant and a small elephant for $15 total. One's 10. The medium was 10. The small one was 5. I sold an axolotl for 10. Instagram. Most of these are Instagram patterns. I sold a brontosaurus for 18. I sold my first stingray for 5. I sold a little bear that I've had forever for 8. And this little girl took forever. to choose, and her mom was like super stressed out. I felt so bad for the mom, but I understood, you know, I have my own kids, so I know what it's like. But she was wanting everything, the little girl was. So, but they finally settled on a $8 bear. And let's see here, between 3 and 4, I sold 8 items. It slowed down a lot. I knew things would pick up later because closer to the firework time, you know. So between 3 and 4, I sold a loaf cap for $18. Yeah, $18. That is a free pattern on a website. It's not the one that everybody does, but it's in smaller yarn, and I just make it in a blanket yarn, so it comes out better. I sold another stingray for $5. I was glad to sell those because no one had any interest in them at my last market. And then I sold a gecko to that same person for $12. I sold another gecko for $12. Geckos and axolotls are always very popular. I sold a mini ghost for $3, and my mini bunny for $3. That mini bunny pattern was by Shannon, the Spoony Stitcher. I tested it for her, and it came out really small because I used worsted weight. And a little girl picked it out, and I seen it multiple times throughout that night. It must have been a vendor kid. And then I sold a turtle for $20 and a mini frog for $1. I gave it to her for $1 because it was a little girl. She was like 7. She only had $1. So I told her she could pick anything out of the $3 bin for $1. So there you go. Like I said, I always give deals to kids because I grew up relatively poor. So I always try to help out little kids because you never know. Alright, between 4 and 5 was super slow. But it's because it was still 5 hours from fireworks. You know, there wasn't a lot of people. It was mostly the vendors and stuff like that. Between 4 and 5, I only sold 3 things. And it was a $20 bunny, another tofu turtle for $10, and my big bearded dragon. That I thought was goofy looking, but a teenage girl bought him for $18. So, that was exciting. And then between 5 and 6, I didn't add up how many items I sold. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I sold 20 items that I marked because, like I said, I missed a few. So I sold 2 dinosaurs for $16. They were like that big. I think it was Instagram pattern. So another axolotl for $10. A frog for $10. That was I think that was a leggy frog that I made out of baby blanket yarn, so it came out smaller than my other leggy frogs, so it was cheaper. And a booty frog for $8. Turn the page. I sold my mouse for $6. I think that's an Instagram pattern. And a chicken for $10. That was like kind of like a Mabel chicken, but it wasn't the Mabel chicken pattern. I think it was called Betsy. It's an Instagram pattern. I sold 2 snakes to a vendor kid. It's the same boy that came and bought the mini orca and capybara and a possum. He bought 2 snakes. I believe he bought the blue and purple ones. Did I have a purple one? I can't remember. I always forget about the purple one. The only 2 snakes I have left is a yellow and pink one. Then I sold a duck for $20. It was my big yellow duck. And my flying pig that I've had for a while is from a amigurumi book for $18. A little girl picked him out. She was like 4 or 5 maybe. And she looked and looked at everything, and she settled on the flying pig, which I thought was cool. Then I sold a little whale I had out of a $5 bin I have. I sold a mini octo and a gummy bear for $6. Sold a mini axolotl for $6. They're like that big. I sold another snake for $15. I think it was a green one. I sold my jumbo possum, my big possum I've had since like January, I think I made it. A teenage girl who was a vendor kid came by earlier and seen it and loved it. And then she left. And I guess she either had to make money or ask her parents for money or something, because she came back then and she went straight to the possum, grabbed it, and gave Devin $25. She said, I'm taking him. And then I sold a turtle for $10. It was another one of those turtles, I'm not sure which one it is, that I was just making turtles to try to find a pattern I liked. And then I sold a little stegosaurus for $5. This was when we were pulling out more things from the box, and there was a young lady, probably late teenage, early 20. She's seen us pulling stuff out of the box, and she asked if she could look in the box, because she's like, y'all have more stuff? And I said, yeah. And I said, we pull out stuff as people buy things. So she asked if she could go through the box, and she found that little stegosaurus that I made forever ago, and I didn't like it because I thought it looked goofy, but she found it and wanted it for $5. And then I sold a mushroom pop, which I haven't showed you guys because I made it last week before or after I made my video. But it's a pretty big size, and you know the head pops up. It's Instagram pattern. I sold it for $16. And another booty frog to the same person. Alright, and then between 6 and 7 was another slow one. Let's see, I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things during 6 to 7. I sold a mini octo. These are all little octopuses that I made. No patterns, just like randomly making them out of scrap Snail and blanket yarns. I sold a rat. And I sold my second brontosaurus and a pickle. And wait, I haven't been saying. The rat was $12. The brontosaurus and pickle together was $26. I also wrote down a note here. I accidentally gave them the wrong change. I didn't realize it until after I done did it. I was supposed to give them $14 back, and I gave them $16. So I accidentally gave them $2 more, but it's okay. I sold a little chick for $6. I sold another mini octo for $3. And I sold another turtle for $20. I had 3 of those big turtles. And then between 7 and 8, I sold a bunch of stuff. 7 and 8 was the biggest window. I don't even know how many things, but I'm just going to read them off. So, first I sold my chunky cat for $15. I think that's a free pattern. No. I bought that on Etsy. It's a pattern I bought on Etsy a while ago. I sold a alien baby Yoda. What's his name? Grogu, for $15. And the same person bought a snail for $8. A little boy picked out my snail. I sold a bunny for $15. It was those Easter bunnies I made out of acrylic yarn, worsted weight. A girl picked out, I think she got the teal one. I only had teal and brown left from Easter. And she bought that one. So this was when I was pulling out. I had my Easter stuff out, and I had my Halloween stuff out that I have because my table was getting empty. I sold a bee for $10, a mini axolotl for $6, a regular size axolotl for $10, and a possum for $12 to the same person. Now let me just turn the page. I sold a stingray for $5, a ladybug for $14, a toad for $5. That was a Halloween toad. A flower buddy for $8, another rat for $12, and this girl who bought this rat, she messaged me the next day, Sunday, on Etsy. She followed me on Instagram and Etsy, and she ordered a possum. So I made her a possum, and we're gonna be meeting up this weekend to, you know, exchange possum for money. She was really nice. She's probably a teenager or early 20s girl. So she said in her message from Etsy that she really liked the possum and the rat, and she couldn't decide, or she you know, she liked them both, and she bought the rat, and she couldn't stop thinking about the possum. But I sold all my possums at the market, so I told her I'd make her one this week, and I did already. It's already made. I just gotta wait till the weekend to deliver it. Then I sold my last booty frog and my last elephant for $13. And then I sold 2 chicks, little chick, just random patterns. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the patterns. It was 2 different ones though, for $10. And then a guy came with his 2 kids, and he told them to pick out something cheap. And in my mind, you know, because when I tell my kids something like that, I'm like $5 or less. But he ended up spending $62. His little boy picked out 3 things, and his little girl picked out 2. So the little boy picked out the mallard for $15, the flamingo for $15, and the possum for $12. And then the little girl picked out a frog for $5. I'm trying to think of what frog it was. I think it was made out of puzzle yarn. I think that's right. And she got my strawberry bear for $15. So I came to $62 total. And I thought that was crazy because in my mind I was like, when I tell my kids something cheap, I mean like $5 each, you know. But he paid and didn't seem phased. And then I saw my little mallard that I made recently. I don't know if I've showed it. Yeah, I did. I just showed it before I did its eyes, I think. And another bee for 10, so it was 18 total. And then I sold my other duck, my goofy duck, the one that accidentally glued the eyes too far apart. But a little girl picked him out, and she seen him and she grabbed him and she held him, and that was just her duck. It was instantly her duck. It was made out of blanket sparkle yarn, and it had them goofy eyes because I accidentally sewed or glued them too far apart. They were felt eyes. They should have been closer together in my mind, but you know, she loved it, so I sold that for 15. Sold another stingray and a octo for 6. The stingray was 5. The octo was like this big. It's made out of what yarn did I make it out of? It was blue. I don't remember. It was blue, big Chanel yarn. I sold a little flower, little daisy flower for 3. That was the little girl who I gave the turtle to for 5. She came back later. I guess her mom gave her more money. She bought that little flower. I sold another ladybug, and the little girl who got this ladybug is friends with the girl who got the other ladybug. I guess they wanted matching ladybugs. I sold a ladybug and a bee to them for 24. I sold 2 more geckos for $12 each. That was the last of my geckos, I'm pretty sure. I sold another tofu turtle for 10, and another gecko for 12. That was the last gecko. And then I sold a cat loaf for 20, an octo for 6, and a bunny for 20. That was all one transaction. Then I sold a little cool cat. It was a Halloween thing I made last year. It's just a little cat with sunglasses on for 3. A gummy bear for 3. I sold my hanging string of pearls for 10. That was a pattern I made on my own, so that was cool that sold. And I also gotta make another one of those for my sister. She wants one, but she wants a bigger one, so I'm gonna try to make a bigger one for her. And then between 8 and 9, I sold a chick for 5, a bee and a chick for 16 together, an elephant, so that was the last elephant, for 5, a octo for 5 is one of those blue ones. I sold a unicorn purse. I was excited about that. To a little girl for 10, and a leggy frog to 15 for 15. I sold a mushroom boy for 8. That one was to the girl I used to babysit. She was texting me asking me where we were set up at because I posted on Facebook. So I told her, and her dad brought her out. She's working now. She's like 16 and a half now, which is crazy. But she's working, so she came and she bought my mushroom boy with her little bank card, and it was just so cute. And then yesterday, Monday, she asked me for the pattern for it. So I had to screenshot it because she doesn't use Instagram. And I sent it to her. So I just thought it was cute that she came and supported me. And then I sold another smaller axolotl for 6 and something else for 10. I put a question mark because there were so many people. I remembered the transaction was 6 and 10, but I couldn't remember what the other thing was that he bought because there's just people everywhere fluttering around. And then I sold an eye for 5, which was a Halloween thing. A toad for 5, which is a Halloween thing. And I gave a little mini octopus to a little girl who bought one earlier, and she lost it. So I felt bad for her. They had come back twice asking if anyone turned it in because I guess, you know, they're just kids and they're innocent and think that everybody's good. So, and I felt so bad, and it was the end of the night and I had some left over. So I went ahead and gave her another mini octopus. So yeah, like I said, I have to do stuff for kids. And my last thing I sold was after the market was over, after the fireworks. It was like 9:30. A girl came who I'd seen all day walk around, so she must have been there with her family or like vendors. She was young, like a teenager. And she wanted the pigeon that I made. And she forgot her wallet, so she asked me if I was still going to be up in a few minutes because everybody else was, you know, closing down their booths. And I told her yeah, because I knew that we weren't leaving for a while because of the traffic. It was crazy. So she had to go all the way to her car, which was way out in a field, her and her boyfriend. And she came back about 15 minutes later and bought it. And it was, I believe, 15 or 18. I think it was 18. Or 12? Let me think. I think it was 12 because I think she gave me a 20 and I gave her 8 back. And then she asked her boyfriend if he wanted anything, and he said no. It was just cute. But I'm pretty sure that's everything. I know I missed a few things. I missed tracking a few things because the money I brought home versus the money I had tracked on my Square was a little bit off. So I know I missed tracking a few things on Square. But it's okay because I had the money for it, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing I didn't have that someone asked for was a penguin. And what's funny is I almost made some penguins recently, but I was thinking, well, that's more like a winter thing, so I thought I'd wait. And then a lady asked for it. People did come back and ask for possums because I seen other people walking around, and I was already out of possums. I only had 3 little ones and then the big one. And like I sold out of possums, ducks, chickens, axolotls, geckos, all my dinosaurs but one little one. What else did I sell out of? Sold out of mice. Only have one rat left. Only have one mushroom boy left. I had 4. Yeah, see, a mushroom. I don't even remember saying mushroom boy once, but I sold like 3 of them. I had 4 regular size ones and 2 of the big ones. I think I only said 1 pop too, so that's something I forgot to track too. But yeah, so out of my inventory list, out of 189 things, 190 things technically, because I went octopus, I came home with 60. 60 little items. It was crazy. I still have my jumbo bee, my jumbo crayon, my jumbo cow. The cow was super popular. So many people looked at him, but I guess it was just too high. It's too expensive. I got $30 on it. I told Devin, so I wrote down mental notes, that I'm going to make some of those same cows, but smaller. I think they would sell well. I still have my big jumbo Yoda. My unicorn I still have, but a lot of people were interested in it. Looked, a couple of girls almost picked it out and then swapped it out for other things. I still have a chunky axolotl, a little fish, a little chicken, a little duck, my s'more snail, which was super popular. A lot of people almost bought it too. I still have a little baby Yoda. I still have a little moth. I still have my jumbo squid. I still have my little pink piglet. I still have 2 flower buddies, 2 eyes, 2 heart buddies. I have 1 more small octo, 1 more toad. I have 3 little gummy bears, my scrap gummy bears. 2 cool cats. 2 mini ghosts. 2 little flowers, like little daisies. They're not stuffed or anything. They're just like little crocheted flowers. I still have my 2 hippos. They were also popular. A lot of people looked at them. I have 2 leggy bunnies left. 1 rat. 2 leggy frogs out of 4. I had 4. I still have my 2 love bugs, which is a spoon stitcher pattern. People looked at them, but they just didn't buy them. I still have 3 of the mermaid purses. 1 medium axolotl, and that's only because it was kind of stuffed behind some flamingos, and I don't think people seen it because it was pink and they were pink. I think had it been somewhere else on the tail, it would have sold because all the other axolotls did so. I still have 1 little dinosaur, my 1 little lonely dinosaur. I still have 4 stingrays, but I brought 8, so I thought that was pretty good. The 4 I have left are 2 yellow ones, a brown one, and gray one maybe. People bought the blues, the pinks, and the purples. I still have 1 large turtle. I still have my corn, but the corn was very popular. I think if he had had a face, he would have sold, because everybody looked at him, like rotated them, I guess, to see if he had a face, and he didn't have a face. So I want to make more of those anyways because it was fun to make, and I don't want to put faces on them. I still have my little orca, you know, it's like this big. I still have my tall octo, which also was popular. A lot of people was picking it up and messing with it. I still have my 2 small flamingos that are like this big. The other hanging plant that I made, I still have 1 tofu turtle, the little ones, and I still have the slightly bigger one. I didn't sell any bandanas, but a lot of younger kids, like 10, 11, 12ish, were interested in them. Let's see, I sold the ladybugs. Yeah, that's everything. So that's the stuff I have left out of almost 200 things. So that's crazy. I almost sold out. I told Devin that I'm going to count this as a sellout because I don't have enough product to do another market right now. If I was planning another market, I'd have to plan it in like a month or so and make a lot of stuff to be able to go. So speaking of that, I'm not going to worry about markets at all in August. This weekend I'm going to go buy some yarn, hopefully. And I'm going to start working on more things and just building my inventory back up. And probably won't try to do another market until September. There is one in September that is at a winery. We've actually been to it, just as shoppers. But it's a 3-day event. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I don't know if I would do good there, because when we went, there was a bunch, you know, we were there with Jessie. It was before June was born, and there were other kids there, but it's, you know, it's a winery, so it's geared towards more adults, and I don't know if immigrants would do good there. I don't know, But September is when a lot more markets will start popping up too. September, October, November. I do for sure want to do the Veterans Christmas one, which is usually the very beginning of December. I'm for sure doing that one this year. And I'm for sure doing this one I just did next year. The booth fee was only $50, and for a double booth it was only $60. And I told Devin next year I need to make sure I have enough inventory and tables and another canopy and do a double booth. Because I feel like if I had had more inventory I would have sold it. Because there were so many people. The foot traffic was crazy. It took us forever. We got there at about 10:30 in the morning and we didn't leave until 11 p.m. The event ended at 9 after the fireworks. Fireworks were like 20 minutes long. And we had to wait forever for traffic to clear out. Traffic was crazy. There's cars everywhere. So we just sat in our booth talking to my husband's cousin who was right behind us and stuff. So, and then we packed up and left and went and got the kids and came home. And the kids were hungry as usual. So I fed them and then we went to bed. It was like 1 in the morning. That's how we always went to bed. It was crazy. And then Sunday I was so sore and tired. I had to recover Sunday. Yesterday I tried to record. I got like a quarter of this video recorded and the kids woke up. So, but today I got it all recorded. I did take a clip of my booth before and I meant to take an after picture, but we were so busy and distracted by you know, our cars and people everywhere packing up that we were like halfway packed up and I was like, oh no. But I did take a little clip while the fireworks were going off. I was looking at the fireworks and I kind of panned over to my booth. That was how my booth looked at the end, minus this pigeon is still there. But because that was before the girl came and bought the pigeon. But at that point everything that's on the table is what I had left. So I will insert that and I might slow it down or something so you can look at the table well. Because I forgot to take, I'm so bad at remembering to take footage. I did make a short yesterday. It was really hard. It took me like 30 minutes because I kept messing it up. After we set up I made it and it was hard to see because it's sun, you know. But there was a Wi-Fi truck there, so that was nice. It was free Wi-Fi for everybody. So my square worked all the way up until that guy left. He left around like 8 something, and that's when my square started messing up because we were out in the middle of a field. But luckily I didn't get any more card sales after he left. Everything else was in cash after that, so that was nice. I made more cash sales than card sales, which it's usually the other way around. So that was interesting. But it was a fun day. I hurt my finger that morning setting up a table. It nicked me. The guy behind us and over, it was a face painting and hair tinsel booth, which I wanted to do so bad. Her husband was helping her hang up like banner thingies and something slipped and he cut his hand bad. We heard someone hollering for medic and when I turned around he was holding his hand and there's just blood pouring everywhere. He ended up having to leave and when he came back he had stitches and like it was wrapped up and he said that he had to get 3 stitches in his hand because it cut it bad and there was just like he was holding his hand like this and there was just blood coming out of all his finger cracks, you know, pouring out. It was crazy. But yeah, that was all the drama that happened. We were pretty close to the band and they were playing, it was a cover band, and it was pretty good. They played a lot of Queen and Journey and stuff like that, so I was enjoying that. The lemonade was good. I got strawberry lemonade. And the woman running that booth was actually, she's kin, I'm not sure exactly how she's kin to Devin, but she had him for a little while when he was little. She's kind of like an aunt, I guess, is how he views her. She was running that booth. Her church is one who was hosting the whole event, but it went pretty good. I was so excited to make that much money. I was in shock because I was hoping before the event started. I was like hoping in my mind that I was gonna make like $400, and I made almost 3 times that. And I was so excited, but I'm also like, I told Devin, I was like, now I gotta make a bunch of stuff, you know. So this weekend I'm planning on buying some yarn and I gotta buy some stuffing. I'm getting loan stuffing. Let's see, Friday Jesse has his dentist appointment. What else we gotta do Friday? Oh, oil change. We gotta get an oil change in the truck. So Saturday will probably be the day that I go to Joann's. So that'll be fun. Yeah, so anyways, this was a really long video. If you stayed to the end, thank you. I'll try to link everything down below. I'm filming this early in the morning. It's like 6. I don't know if you noticed it getting brighter, but it was kind of gloomy and now it's brighter. It's gonna take me a long time to edit because I gotta get all those pictures put in and all the links in the description. So you may not see this until Tuesday afternoon sometime. But in my video I normally put on Tuesdays, I'm gonna put out Thursday this week. What I've been crocheting. So let's see here. The mushroom pops you didn't see, I sold most of the tofu turtles. I got one small one and one larger one left. I gotta dig them out. They're in my inventory. I already put it up. I forgot about that. Was that all that I made last week? Oh, there's a couple other things. I'll show you on Thursday. But yeah, so that was everything. I'm gonna go try to start editing this before the kids wake up and get most of it done, hopefully. And I will see you guys in another video, I guess. So yeah, that was my market recap. Made $1,000. Made closer to $1,200. I just before fees and all that, and also the stuff I forgot to track. I'm pretty sure I forgot to track a mushroom pop, and those were $15. I forgot to track something that was $10. I don't know. I was trying so hard to be good and write things down, but I wasn't expecting so many people, because up until this market, I hadn't been to one that was this busy. In between 7 and 9 was crazy. I mean, there was moments when there was like 5 families at the booth all trying to shop. And me and Devin was both like doing transactions, and he was like asking me for change, and I was trying to get it and give it to him. And it was hectic. But it was fun. Me and him had so much fun, and he did so good at selling things to people. He was showing everybody the corn that comes out of the husk, and the mushroom pops, and the booties on everything that had booties. And he helped sell a lot of things, and he had a lot of fun. He wants to go with me again to another one. But I told him, I was like, a lot of the markets I do are smaller. So, you know, all the ones up until now were way smaller than this one. This was a big event that brought lots of people because of the free fireworks, you know, and the music. There was a lot of people set up in, you know, the foldable chairs watching the band. But it was so fun, and I loved doing it with him. It was fun to experience it with him. But this is like 40 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off here, and I'll try to insert all the things that I took pictures of and all that. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow for Whip Wednesday. I might, if I do Whip Wednesday tomorrow, I might just update you on my Carnival Flowers Afghan, because someone asked for an update on that. And I did work on that yesterday. So, but I also made some more things yesterday. I forgot about that. I crocheted 3 other things yesterday, because now I can kind of do whatever I want to do for a little while. Make market things here and there, but make things I want to make. But I'm going to show you this real quick. I bought this pattern. Isn't that cute? I thought about making some of these for a market in the future. Little baby bundles. It's a little baby doll, and it comes with a little basket, a blanket, a bottle, a pacifier, a hat, a rattle, and like a little cocoon. Oh, that'd be cute, because June would love that, and I think other little kids would too. Bought this. This is the same girl that made the mouse pattern that I made recently. Her name is Laura. Laura loves crochet. I love all her patterns. I have so many of them on my favorite list. I want like most of her patterns. But anyways, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna go edit, and I will see you guys. If I forget to link anything down below or anything like that, and it's something you're interested in, just shoot me an email or a comment or something, and I will try to locate it for you. But it's a lot of stuff, so it's gonna take me a while to get it all. But I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, and for sure Thursday. And yeah, I guess that's it. Bye guys.